Hello and welcome to just a quick demonstration of how to proctor your students. So basically what you should do is set up your screen similar to like this, where you've got two basically windows that are open, one here and one here. What you're going to do is you're going to go to a site called ssp.live. Okay, it's going to pull this up, and you're going to go ahead and scroll down, and you'll see down here that there's a link for faculty. So you're going to go ahead and click on that faculty link. And you can see it will provide you with instructions. It's going to want you to first log into your Talk account. So you've got talk.to. You should have signed up. If you haven't gotten your Talk account, please contact James Lauer. You're going to go ahead and log into your Talk account. And so it will pop up over here. Once you do that, James will have assigned you a faculty number or your name. So you're going to go ahead and click on that. When you click on that, this is going to pull up your room, which allows you to have up to 15 students. Each of these video tiles can be operated independently, and each one are for individual students. When the site first comes up, do what I did and just kind of drag your mouse over all of them so that you can see the start to click video chat. So at this point, we're going to be waiting for a student to come in. And so it's going to look something like this. Let me go ahead and play student. I'm going to hit student is going to be coming in here in a second. So they have the same link, the same ssp.live link that you're using is the same link that they're going to use. And they're going to go ahead and start the chat. And you'll see them pull up here. So Joe Student, Newport News comes up in pink, right? What we're going to do is we're going to double click on it, click join, and it's going to come up right here. Once you've got the student up, what you're going to do is go over here and click on the shortcuts tab. And this is going to pick up all of the shortcuts that are associated. Each one of these shortcuts is associated with a room. So here's room 1 here. This is room 1 over here. Room 2 here. This is room 2 over here. Room 3 here. This is room 3 over here, and so on and so forth. And so just keep track of your students as they're coming in. So we've got Joe's student. I'm going to go ahead and click on room 1 for him. I go down here. I double check that it's room 1. I hit enter, and that's going to go over to his link on his side. Now what you're going to do then is go ahead and start your video chat. Go ahead and allow your camera, and there you'll see yourself. Go ahead and mute yourself. You'll notice in the upper right hand side there's a little set of headphones and a little green flashing thing. That tells you you have a hot mic for that room. You have the controls for the room, so you can go ahead and mute that room if you want. So if you didn't want that student to hear you, you go ahead and mute it. You can go ahead and unmute it. Now we're waiting for the student to come in. We've given that link. They're going to go ahead and click on that link on their phone, which is going to start their video chat. And so in a moment, you'll see me pop into this room. I'm playing the student as well. So I'm the student. I've got a very similar thing. I'm going to allow my camera, and you'll see that the student is going to pop into the room right away. So now that you've got the student in the room, okay, you'll see you've got the camera is very mobile. You can ask them, if you already know who your student is, you don't need to worry about checking their ID. Now you're going to want to get them to take the phone and set that off to the side. Make sure that's plugged in. Set that off to the side so that you can see them taking the test on the computer. Okay? And so when the next student comes in, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing. You're going to go ahead and grab them. Once you grab them, you're going to go ahead and assign them room 2. You're going to go ahead and start your room 2 video. And again, you've got your controls. We always mute ourselves. You don't have to. I mean, you could decide that you want yours up, right? You'll notice that that little green thing was still going, right? See this green thing still going? That's a reminder to mute ourselves. That's why I like the little black screen, because I can see that more obvious than if I've got my video on there. It's not as obvious that my mic is unmuted. So if I go ahead and click on this, I can see right away that I'm getting the little green thing with the headphones, and I can go ahead and click my unmute on my mic. Now what this allows you to do then is it allows you to communicate with each student independently. So we can toggle mics off and on. So if I wanted to talk to student 2, I can talk to student 2, toggle that off, talk to student 1, do that. If I wanted to talk to all students at the same time, I can untoggle all their mics, and you can see now that they're all flashing green, so I know that we're getting audio, and I can say, okay, students, it's now time to begin. Your code for this exam, if everyone is at their assessment, your code for this exam is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or whatever the code is that is provided. And then they will all be able to start their exams. And you tell them, if you are unable to start your exam for any reason, please just raise your hand, wave at the camera. That's what they're going to do. You can go over, after they've all started, you will have muted them. They're waving, hey, teacher, I have a problem. Right? You go over here, unmute that, and now you can talk to them. They say, it's not working. Well, did you go to the right website? What's happening? What's going on? And you can deal with them. And so as all of them come in, you're great. When the student is finished with the test, you check them out. One of the things we always do is we suggest that you just do a quick verification of the screen to make sure that they did, in fact, end. And then what you can do is say goodbye to the student and then click on the red button, and that will end the video session. And then at that point, you can go ahead and you'll be finished, and you can go ahead and log out, and you can just go ahead and close this. So that is the entire system.